hello, everyone. I hope you are well today. It is lovely to see you. Hello, hello, hello. This is the Business Wealth Show. So thank you for joining me. Now, today is Training Tuesday, which of course is our regular 1:30 p.m. UK session. So do make sure you mark it in your diaries as well. And today I want to basically continue a conversation that I had earlier today on Clubhouse with my Business Wealth Academy members. As part of the Business Wealth Academy, we have a Clubhouse collaboration session that happens on there where anyone can listen in, but it is for our Business Wealth Academy members to be the speakers and be on the stage. And today we actually spoke about overwhelm and what that looks like and how we deal with it. And so I want to speak about the kind of practical steps that I take when I feel overwhelmed, the kind of actual real kind of nitty gritty, what I actually do in the moment, so that it can help and support you as well. And perhaps you can do it too. So give me a hello in the comments. My comments are not actually working on my StreamYard, it seems. So apologies for that if you are saying hello in the comments. I actually cannot see any comments coming through, unfortunately, today. But I can see that we do have Eloise and Magnolia saying hello when I look on my phone. So apologies for that. I can't actually see comments, which means that I'm not really going to be able to answer your questions very well, but I will loop back and answer those. So if you do have questions, do pop them in the comments section, and I will come back and answer those if I don't cover them off in this session today. Also, I would massively appreciate if you want to share this broadcast out wherever you happen to be, whichever platform you are on. I also massively, as always, appreciate the thumbs up, the hearts, the shares, the likes, the love, the comments, and all those things on, again, whichever platform you happen to be watching on today. For those of you that don't know me too, I'll do a quick intro. My name is Annette Ferguson. I'm CEO of Annette & Co, a UK-based accounting firm. I am a chartered accountant, certified profit first professional, and financial strategist, and we help business owners take home more money from their business for them and their families to enjoy. So today, like I said, I want to speak about overwhelm, and I want to speak about how I deal with overwhelm, kind of where I learned my coping mechanism from, and kind of share that with you in the hope that it might help you as well. So I have, like many people, I think, been experiencing a great deal of overwhelm recently. I think, we all have a lot going on anyway in our lives. And, with the events of the last year as well, that has played more into that too. And so overwhelm is something that I do fall into frequently. I'm not one of those unicorns that does not experience that. It's something that I have to manage in my life and actively manage. And therefore, what I do to do this is I use a concept that I learned from Brooke Castillo, who runs the Life Coach School, called Monday Hour One. Now, I don't actually just do this on a Monday. I do this when I have periods of overwhelm. But what I do is I basically get all the to-dos out of my head. I just get them onto paper. I sit for an hour and I write all the to-dos, everything that I need to do, everything that's swirling around in my head, whether it be client stuff, whether it be personal stuff, whether it be self-care, exercise, stuff with the kids, gifts I need to buy for parties. Not that we have parties at the moment, but all those things, I get them all out on paper. I write them down. And sometimes my lists are multiple columns, multiple sides, but I get it all out my head. Because where I find I get hooked into that overwhelm is that there's just so much swirling around in here. So I get it all out my head and I get it all on paper. Okay. And then I go through that list. I go through all the stuff on the paper and I identify, okay, what is urgent? What needs done today or yesterday? What needs urgently done? And I make sure that I pop that in my diary for today to get done. What needs to be done, but I personally am not the person that needs to do it. So can I delegate to my team, to my husband, to another family member, to a friend? Like, what can I do with those things that need done but don't need to be done by me? And then the other stuff, which is stuff that I need to do that is not urgent, where can I slot that into my diary? I actually block out the time. I go through my calendar, block out the time. Where can I slot these things in so that I know they'll be taken care of? And I get everything that's on that list into either my diary or someone else's, so that massively helps. So the first step is just writing everything down, getting it all down on paper, getting it all written out. The next step is skimming through what is urgent, what needs done today. Get that in my diary for today. Get some time in so that I can do those urgent things. The next step is what can be delegated to either somebody in my team if it's work related, or just someone else, anyone else. What can I delegate? I'm getting, sending off those emails, doing those WhatsApp messages, whatever that is, to get those things off my plate. And then what are the other things that we have left? Okay, how am I slotting that in my diary this week, this month, this year, to make sure that these things happen and get done? And in her teachings, Brooke Castillo recommends that you do this first thing on a Monday morning or on a Sunday night so that you have that list of things. Now, I do aim to try and do that on a Monday morning, but I also, if I feel this kind of overwhelm coming up during the week as well, I will come back and I will write a new list and I will get the fresh things out my head onto the list and do the same exercise. So I don't only stick to this just first thing on a Monday morning. I actually come back and revisit this if I'm, again, going through those periods where I feel overwhelmed, where I feel like things are just getting a bit too much and getting a bit on top of me. So I come back to this practice again and again so that I can feel a bit lighter about everything. And I would love if you want to give that a go too and let me know how you get on with it, because I have found that when I do this, it helps. Now, I also find that sometimes I avoid doing the list because I'm in so much overwhelm that actually I'm like, I don't have time to do the list thing. I don't have time to do the list thing. I've got too much on. I'm too busy. I'm just too overwhelmed. But actually, in those situations, I do also just kind of need to push through and force myself to do it and just block off an hour of my time to start the list, to get the stuff in my diary, to get it completed, to work it through, because otherwise, it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. So that is my absolutely top tip today for Training Tuesday, is if you are anything like me and you do get these periods where you feel overwhelmed with everything you have on your plate, get that list, write it out, and then start moving the stuff around so that it's in the right place with the right person so that it can actually be done. And then, of course, there's a side part to this. This is a part that personally I am very good at doing, but I know this is a bit that many people struggle with. And that is holding yourself accountable to the meetings you put in your diary with yourself in the same way that you would with any other person. I know that can be a really tricky stage for many people, but when something is in my diary, particularly in my working week, as an appointment with myself, like that's it. I show up to that in the same way that I show up to anything else that's in my diary. So making sure that you are able to hold yourself accountable to the things that you have said yourself that you need to do. Remember, this is stuff that you're saying is important. Therefore, why would you not hold yourself accountable to that? So making sure that you have that stage as the stage, the kind of final last point in there is really important as well. And if you're finding that you don't hold yourself accountable to the meetings you have with yourself, then you need to do some work as to why that might be. Why are you not showing up for yourself in the same way that you would show up for anyone else? Why are you letting yourself down by not showing up fully for yourself? What issues are there? What comes up for you there when you think about that, and working through those, because that's going to be really important as part of this process as well. Because if you keep not doing the things, if you get the stuff out and you know all the stuff you need to do, and then you just keep not doing them, even though you've got time set aside to do them, then that problem needs fixed for everything else to kind of fall into place as well. Okay, so I hope that has been helpful for you. I hope that has made sense, and I hope that is helpful for you on this Training Tuesday, on this episode of the Business Wealth Show. Now, whilst I have you here, I also want to let you know that I am hosting a workshop. It is Profit First for UK businesses. It is it's going to be about 2 hours. The workshop in a couple of weeks' time. It is £27. Absolute bargain, and there's going to be chance for Q&A as well. So if you want to attend that workshop, if you're interested in finding out more about it, then do just give us a workshop in the comments wherever you happen to be watching. Just put the word workshop in, and me and one of my team will get back to you with the link to get more details on that. It's a long URL, so there's no point in me putting it on the screen. That's not gonna work very well for you. So wherever you happen to be watching, if you just pop workshop into the comments, and one of us will ping you with the link on that after this session as well. That also goes for if you're watching on the replay too. Just pop that into the comment section of this video, and we will make sure we get you the link over for that if that's something you want to find out more about. I would love to have you on there. It's going to be a deep dive into Profit First with real kind of focus on what are the elements in the UK that we need to watch out for, we need to take into account, things like VAT, things like our payroll legislation, and all those kinds of things. So we're going to go into that. So I cannot wait to welcome people into that. We have a great group that have already joined us to come into that. So I can't wait to help and support more of you with that in a couple of weeks' time. So make sure that you book on before that happens. And I appreciate everyone who's tuning in today. Like I said, I'm really sorry that I can't see comments. So if there are any questions that have come up, I will loop back into the comments section and check those out and answer anything that I have not already answered. But apologies that I can't see the comments today. But I hope that this session has been useful for you, and in helping you to consider how you might tackle your overwhelm when that comes up. So thanks everyone for joining me. Thank you for tuning in. I will speak to you soon.